Chisholm Avenue in Kingston.
Hepburn's Glass Supplies is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 908-0962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com. Hepburn's Glass. Quality service is our priority.
Now the details. The Ministry of Education had the first in a series of town hall meetings Thursday evening to communicate with the public on education transformation. The town hall was held at Jamaica College in St. Andrew under the theme Trend. This means transforming education for national development. It is to give a focus and push implementation of the recommendations in the 2021 Orlando Patterson report on transforming Jamaica's education system. Minister of Education Favour Williams told the gathering at Thursday's town hall meeting that about 20% of the recommendations were already being tackled. She said the intention was to transform Jamaica's education system, producing improved outcomes for the more than 600,000 students in the education system.
We've chosen the theme, Transforming Education for National Development Trend, to guide our engagements in the coming months. It's crucial that we all understand the objectives of this transformation and the ongoing programs. The Ministry has made significant to modernize, improve the delivery of education services and enhance the learning outcomes of Jamaicans.
Minister of Education Favour Williams. Chairman of the Oversight Committee for Education Transformation, Dr. Chris Stokes, said transformation of the system would be made easier and possible if all stakeholders were pushing in the same direction. Other meetings are to be held across the country to discuss the transformation in education. A man on the St. James Most Wanted list has been charged with murder and several gun offenses. He is 30-year-old Lorenzo Walters, otherwise called Larry. Walters has been charged arising out of an incident that took place nearly a year ago in Johns Hall in the parish. He is charged with the murder of 5-year-old Tavoy Cummings and a Mason, 26-year-old Samuel Shaw, both of Grange Hill in Westmoreland. Reports from the police are that on November 20, 2022, Cummings and Shaw were occupants of a motor vehicle when they were pounced upon by Walters and another man who were armed with handguns. They opened gunfire at the vehicle. Cummings, Shaw and another man were hit. Seen suffering from gunshot wounds to hospital where Cummings and Shaw were pronounced dead and the third wounded person treated. Walters was arrested on 9/2023 during a joint police military operation and was subsequently charged. 2 St. Catherine men have been slapped with multiple gun-related charges after police said they found the gun in the possession of the men. Charged are 27-year-old Patrick Bishop, taxi operator of Tobias Street, Kingston 13, and 28-year-old Carlos Johns, a delivery man of Wari Crescenton. They have been charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. They have also been charged with possession of prohibited weapon with intent to traffic and trafficking a prohibited weapon. Reports are that about 4 p.m. on Tuesday, October 31, both men were traveling in a Toyota Probox motor car on Spanish when they were stopped by the police and the search was conducted. One Smith & Wesson .40 pistol with a magazine containing 14.40 rounds was found. Both men were arrested and on Wednesday, November 1, they were charged for the offenses. You don't have to know about or love basketball to know that the Atlanta Hawks and the Miami Heat are big brand names in sports. Those two teams will be playing to help Jamaican students later this month. The Jamaican Consulate in Atlanta has partnered with the Atlanta Hawks to assist students in Jamaica and Atlanta. Proceeds from the basketball game Atlanta Hawks versus the Miami Heat at State Farm Arena, Atlanta, Georgia, USA on November 11, 2023 will benefit tertiary and final year high school students who are pursuing studies in the science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics STEAM fields. The STEAM program, which involves a partnership with Microsoft, is a part of the Elaine Grant Brand Foundation. The foundation is the brainchild of Jamaica's honorary consul in Atlanta, Dr. Elaine Brand. Told JIS News that she is grateful for the sponsors and partners as well as individuals who have registered for the Elaine Grant Brand Foundation Hawks Night. She said that Jamaican-born dancehall recording artist Grace Latoya Hamilton, known professionally as Spice, will be a guest at the game. The honorary consul said the Hawks will be giving to her the proceeds for the game for a charity of her liking. Dr. Grant Brand said that her mission is to reach those Jamaicans who are dormant and not active with Jamaican groups in Atlanta. She said, quote, "There's a lot of Jamaicans who are not participating in the things we are doing. We know they are here. They are doing very well, but they are not participating in the Jamaican events." Unquote. You're listening to news on NRP Radio, your primary Christian source for news, sports, and the weather on nrpmediaja.com. Reaching you where you are, no boundaries, no limitations. This information package is brought to you by Hepburn's Glass Supplies. They're located at 13 Chisholm Avenue in Kingston. Let's do a quick business and come right back.
Radio listener, wherever you are in the world, here's the place for your weekly package of accurate news, insightful analysis, and frank commentary by me, Franklin McKnight, on the Frankly Speaking Jamaica podcast. It's all here on nrpmediaja.com. Every Monday at 1 p.m. and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Jamaica time. Share in this latest, fast-paced reporting, honest analysis, and frank commentary on the Frankly Speaking Jamaica podcast, here on NRP Media and NRP Radio. Now they're all found on the online platform nrpmediaja.com. You may also go to the Frankly Speaking Jamaica YouTube channel at any time for the latest podcast. Frankly Speaking on NRP Media and Radio, reaching you wherever you are, no boundaries, no limitations. Join us.
Welcome back, and now sports, brought to you by Seritsu Communications, connecting homes, connecting lives, connecting multiple platforms through convergence. Check them today by calling 8333-1927 or 876-333-1926. Seritsu Communications, we are here to serve you better. And now the sports news. First off, in football. Nominations are now open for the Jamaica Football Federation's Congress on Sunday, January 14, 2024. Applications close December 20. The Congress will elect the new president of the Jamaica Football Federation. Incumbent President Michael Ricketts is expected to face a challenge from longtime JFF official Vice President Raymond Anderson. The date for the elections was announced following an emergency board meeting of the Federation on Wednesday, November 1. Now on to cricketing. A sensational bowling performance saw India dismiss Sri Lanka for just 55 runs to secure a World Cup semi-final spot. Sri Lanka were set a World Cup record score of 358 to win in Mumbai, but they never really seemed likely to challenge the score as they slumped to 14 for 6 inside 10 overs. Mohammad Shami claimed 5 for 18 to wrap up a crushing 302-run win in 19.4 overs. That's sports. Brought to you by Sirutsi Communications, connecting homes, connecting lives, connecting multiple platforms through convergence. Check them today by calling 876-333-1927 or 876-333-1926. Sirutsi Communications, we are here to serve you better. Friends, we promise to bring you a good news story as often as we can. If you know of or are aware of any event or person whose good story we should highlight, please send this information to our email address at nationalreligiousmediaja@gmail.com or call 876-336-9928. That's the local news and sports. For the latest weather, the National Meteorological Service of Jamaica is reporting that there is a significant feature of a trough across Jamaica. The trough lingers into the weekend. In our 24-hour forecast this morning, partly cloudy with isolated showers across eastern parishes and also windy. This afternoon to evening, partly cloudy with isolated showers and thunderstorms, especially across eastern parishes. It will be windy as well. In the 3-day forecast after tomorrow, that's Saturday through to Monday, on Saturday, expect partly cloudy conditions in the morning, isolated afternoon showers and thunderstorms across hilly areas. On Sunday, mainly sunny in the morning, isolated afternoon showers across hilly areas and western parishes. On Monday, expect mainly sunny conditions in the morning, partly cloudy conditions in the afternoon across hilly areas and possible isolated showers across northeastern parishes. That's our weather report and forecast. Now, let's take you our international news package, courtesy of the Voice of America.
This is VOA News. I'm Michael Brown. Israeli ground troops have surrounded Gaza City amid diplomatic efforts to bring about a brief stop in the fighting with Hamas militants and a worsening humanitarian crisis in Gaza. AP correspondent Ben Thomas reports.
Israel's military says its troops have fully encircled Gaza City, engaging in heavy fighting with Hamas militants and releasing footage of the advance. For its part, Hamas claims to be inflicting heavy losses on the Israelis. Ghazi Hamad, a senior Hamas official.
Gaza will remain a thorn in the throat of the occupation.
Meantime, Israel's aerial bombardment continues, and Gaza's health ministry says the Palestinian death toll since the war began has surpassed 9,000. U.S. and Arab leaders are raising pressure on Israel. The Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in a visit with troops at a base in central Israel, says nothing will stop us. I'm Ben Thomas.
President Joe Biden said dozens of Americans were evacuated from Gaza on Thursday. VOA's Alexis Trope has that detail.
President Joe Biden says that 74 more U.S. citizens have left the Gaza Strip. He announced the development as he dispatched U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken to the Mideast for talks with Israeli and Jordanian officials as the nearly 4-week-old Israeli-Hamas war rages on with no end in sight. Biden said those who evacuated were dual citizens. The White House has previously said some 500 to 600 U.S. citizens had been trapped in Gaza since the start of the October 7th Israel-Hamas war. The administration said earlier this week that a handful of Americans were among dozens of dual citizens who were able to get out of the Strip where a humanitarian crisis is unfolding. I'm Alexis Strobe, VOA News.
And for details on much more news, please join us at our website, voanews.com. This is VOA News. Fire swept through a drug rehabilitation center in northern Iran, killing at least 27 people. According to a state media report, 12 people were injured on the blaze in Gilan province. The cause of the blaze still being investigated. Nigeria's lawmakers have approved the new government's first supplemental budget, which includes a huge allocation for SUVs and houses for the president, his wife, and other public officials, sparking anger in the country and criticism from citizens in one of the world's poorest countries. Unionized workers at the first of the Ford factories that went on strike last month have overwhelmingly approved a new contract proposal. We get the details from the AP's Jackie Quinn.
Members of the local 900 of the Wayne, Michigan Ford Assembly Plant have posted online that about 81% of them voted for the historic contract proposal, which gives pay of about 30% over the life of the nearly 5-year contract. Earlier this week, United Auto Workers Vice President Chuck Browning praised the negotiators.
With them at the table, with our members on the picket lines, we became a force to be reckoned with.
Voting at Ford continues for another 2 weeks. UAW workers at Stellantis are meeting in Detroit for more details on their agreements. And GM workers will be listening soon for their contract explanation. I'm Jackie Quinn.
Hotel workers at 18 casinos on the Las Vegas Strip could go on strike soon. AP's Lisa Dwyer explains.
Tens of thousands of Las Vegas hotel workers fighting for a new union contract have set a strike deadline for next week. The Culinary Workers Union, which has not gone on strike in decades, says that about 35,000 members whose contracts expired earlier this year could walk off the job if deals aren't reached on issues such as pay, job security, and benefits by November 10th. With casino giants MGM Resorts International, Caesars Entertainment, and Wynn Resorts. A sweeping strike could cause major disruptions to big events such as the Strip's inaugural Formula One races scheduled for later this month. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
A New York jury convicted FTX founder Bankman-Fried judges. The 31-year-old California man convicted Thursday in Manhattan on a federal court jurors who rejected his testimony that he didn't defraud customers. Bankman-Fried was extradited to the U.S. last December from the Bahamas, where he had operated the FTX cryptocurrency exchange and a hedge fund, among other businesses. For more news, we invite you to join us at our website, voanews.com, or the VOA mobile app. I'm Michael Brown, VOA News.
That was the latest international news from the VOA. Before we go, here are the headlines once again. Jamaican students to benefit from U.S. basketball game. St. James wanted man charged for double murder. Education Ministry takes transformation to the streets. India reached World Cup semi-finals after crushing Sri Lanka. The news today came to you courtesy of Hepburn's Glass Supplies. They are located at 13 Chisholm Drive in Kingston, Jamaica.
Hepburn's Glass Supplies is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 908-0962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com. Hepburn's Glass. Quality service is our priority.
Join us again at 6:30 this evening for the evening roundup on NRP Radio. I am Leon Nash. Good morning.